friends, Allison here with AJ's Inspired Life, and I have a video for you today. It's been a bit. It's been, I think, a month. The last video I think I posted was my flip through of June. I have filmed a few other things through July, but I haven't posted them yet. They weren't complete. I started a couple projects or, started organizing or whatnot, and I was going to show you guys that. But they're not finished, and so I don't know which one will be posted in what order. But regardless, today's video, or this video, will be my flip through of my July fauxbonichi. So for those of you that follow me, thank you so much. Welcome back. If you're new here, my last fauxbonichi was a giant ledger book. And it was like literally this thick by the end, and I did 6 months in it, so January through June. I knew for July I needed to move into something smaller, so I went back to the traveler size notebook. This, I believe, is a Moleskine. It's the chapters book. I think I covered it, but it's the chapters one, so it's broken up into 4 sections with these blue pages in between. So I got it at like TJ Maxx or Marshall's. I've used this exact book before. It works well for me. I do really like the size of this. It's actually the size I'm using for my planner right now as well. But I just think it's super, I don't know, usable. You can, pop it in your bag easily and carry it. And I was doing a lot of traveling in July, so I knew I had to go to a smaller book. So without further ado, this is my July 2019 Fauxbo flip through. We'll start right here. So first of all, I obviously cover the front and back, and then I just put packaging tape over it so it's kind of bubbled in some places. And I make a pocket for the front and the back. So this was a pocket I made for the back, and these are simply tidbits that I keep in there, and I will actually take them out now. This is literally what is covering my desk right now. I have piles of this everywhere. I packed a bag. I was gone for 17 days, and I packed a bunch of stuff to take with me, and I have like 4 projects going, and I have to get this desk organized, you guys. I need some help, but I save snippets like that, because when I'm on the road, I could cut it or whatever. I could use it as a corner pocket. So I probably actually need to get rid of a lot of these snippets, but it's hard to do. There's an edge of a piece of paper I obviously used and saved that to make a border. So anyway, this is the pockets I made, and I had one in the front and the back. Now the front one I already moved to my new August Fauxbo. So this is July. All right, here we go. I made a little bit of a cover page just with some summer themed things on it. It's really kind of crinkled and jacked up because I had a clip on here that was holding like my pages together, and so I really didn't realize that it was squishing this one down the whole time, obviously, like that. So that just happened to the first page, but that's all right. All right, so basically I went through and I just kind of numbered and put the day of the week on every single page. I pre-do that. I put a little bit of paint or something on the pages as I go, and that's really all I really do for prep. So July 1st, and again, they're just my normal days, nothing extravagant. So just a lot of journaling. Obviously had a dentist appointment. So this is obviously the first day I'm really like condensing down into this smaller size too. So went fairly simple on this. The second, again, Tuesday is a long work day for me right now. So a lot of work, paid bills tonight, kept working on trip plans and reservations, still a lot to do. So again, we have some major traveling coming up this month. And so I still was planning it. I'm not like a planner months in ahead. So, and our life is really too, I don't know, I would say chaotic, but that's maybe not the right word. We needed to be a little bit flexible. We literally didn't know what days, who could leave on what day and all that kind of stuff. So still planning. Working on clean eating, working on my mindset with eating. This is a copy of some of the, clusters I made off. I was inspired by who on YouTube? Oh My Goals, I think. Oh My Plans, I'm not too sure. I'll see if I can link it below. I've linked her before, and I just use all the snippets, and this is really fun to do in front of the TV. So I just kind of made some clusters like that for dates, and then I made some copies of them so they're flat, and I can travel with them a little bit more easily. And let's see, so I don't know what I'm going to do about working out. I'm losing my passion for where I'm at. So again, gym stories all the time for me. So kind of had to find a new gym this year. So it's been a little bit of a search. And then I just put weird weather. It was cold enough. I wore a sweater. So it's July and I had on a sweater. So I love this stamp. So any chance I can use it. Oh, there's my dryer, of course. Okay, Wednesday the 3rd. Again, just work and gym. I kind of just stamped some circles on here and then, went, did the journaling inside. We had to work most of the day in the fireworks booth, and we had a break from club soccer, but we had fundraising for high school soccer. All right, July 4th was fun. We had a great day. I had a great workout at the gym, and ending my time there, I had done like 2 6-week challenges, so they're kind of in blocks. So this is the end of that week for me, and we didn't celebrate really. We didn't even decorate this year. I need to get back into my groove, but it's just so much work and like getting all the boxes out and just doing whatever. And we don't really entertain anymore. I don't know. It was just weird. I didn't want to get out everything. So we didn't, but we had a great barbecue. We were eating dinner, and then they called and said they needed girls to come help fill shifts at the fireworks booth for the soccer team that weren't filled or whatever. And so we literally left our dinner on the table, and I said, well, we'll run down there and help. They said like an hour, and we were there for like, I don't even know, 4 or 5 hours. It was until midnight. It was so my daughter and I watched the fireworks from the fireworks station or from the booth. So just a funny memory, but happy to help and whatever. Okay, Friday the 5th was just doing stuff. I had a great visit with my doctor today, taking care of all the stuff we need to take care of, but really enjoy her, really like her, her approach to things and whatnot. Again, working on nutrition and working on my hormones and like all that kind of stuff with her. So that's a great visit. Stranger Things 3, my daughter and I started watching that, and we were not like in love, but it is what it is. This was a little paint sample from the store that I had, and then I did some journaling in here about business stuff and bills and whatnot. Let's see. Not a lot. I don't know what happened here, but the weekend, and my daughter, so my son went away. I do remember this. I was going to journal here. That's why the sailboat's here. My son went away to a regatta, and my husband took him, and then my daughter stayed home this weekend. We were all going to go. My daughter stayed home because her coach from last year, one of her coaches, her keeper coach actually, passed away this year. And it was very sad. And it was interesting watching my daughter kind of go through the process of grieving and understanding it, and really being aware of kind of these things that he taught her. And so really talking to her about, the imprint we make on each other's lives, and you just don't know. You don't know. And so just, I don't know. It was a great weekend, and I'm glad she got to experience all the amazing things she did with that coach, and just knowing how many lives he touched and whatnot. So, all right. So then we just skipped to Sunday the 7th, and I crafted all day. I literally stayed in here. I just put my happy place. I spent all day crafting, filming, watching YouTube, like organizing. I did everything. The boy spent his weekend in Orcas sailing his first laser regatta. He did okay. He had some really great finishes. He learned a lot. He had to take the ferry home, obviously, and then a long drive home. So this was our Gigi's birthday. So we called and wished her a happy birthday, and excited that she'll be up this month or next month now. I mean, August. So some stickers from, the sticker packs and whatnot, a little cluster I made. Okay, so this is what the chapters look like. So that's like 1 week, obviously, and then it has this. So previously I've used this because I actually got 2 months, I think, in one of these last year, but I just wanted to use 1 month. So I might actually glue these pages together. We'll see. Okay, so Monday the 8th, I obviously had a skin doctor appointment. It went really well. I got a thumbs up, which is awesome because I don't always get a thumbs up, and I've had to have surgery for some skin cancer. So I'm grateful that everything is good there, and just feeling good about that. I was super positive about that. So I went to a new CrossFit box today, and I was super nervous, but it was awesome. And I just, I need to go back. I need to go back to CrossFit. It's what I love. So I bought a week pass because I'm leaving soon. And so, it's going to be hard to join a box right now. So I just bought a little punch card thing. All right. So the next day, let's see, Tuesday the 9th, it is, oh my gosh, I remember this day. I don't even have to read this, but this was crazy. If you guys don't remember this day, look back on this week or whatever in your calendar and just see what was going on. Mercury in retrograde. I just copied this because I wanted to remember it. So Mercury is in retrograde, and you need to brace yourself. And energies are really growing right now. And as time passes, things are going to become more and more intense. The Mercury retrograde will bring much confusion that we are all going to be knocked off our socks at one point or another. And so it just, it showed up at work very much for me. And so I just made a kind of a note there. So, and I just wrote this way. So very conscious of energy today. I'm very aware of needed time to balance my energy and protect my space today. Crazy stuff in sessions and extra work. Missed the gym. So headed to Planet Fitness. Awesome lifting session tonight. And that's definitely my therapy. So, just sitting in real consciousness, spending a lot of time kind of grounding myself, in the mornings before I go into work, and in the evening, so I'm grounded when I come home for my family. So, okay, Wednesday the 10th, kind of easy page, just popped some ephemera on the sides here, and an old Project Life card, because as you know, if you've seen my channel, I have 4,000 billion of these, so I need to just use them for whatever. So, no carpool, so my husband ended up driving tonight, and you know, we think we have a schedule, and then of course we need to always be flexible because things change. So just kind of normal day. And my daughter is now driving home from soccer practice with me in the car, of course, but that's the next step in her driving progression. So that's always exciting. Okay, so Thursday the 11th, I had a great day off today. I switched some clients around and whatnot, and I started making a junk journal for Junk Journal July with Joey DeFee, sorry. And so that's one of the other videos I'm going to show you. So here's my junk journal for 2019 that I made. And so I was following those prompts in there. So I really enjoyed that. And I think this means I went to lunch today. Yeah, so I went to lunch with a friend. That was really great to catch up. I love that. And my daughter was sad because today was 7-Eleven, and 7-Eleven has Slurpees. Can you hear my dog snoring? Let's see. Yeah, he's snoring. Okay. Free Spirit. So anyway, she wanted a Slurpee. We don't have a 7-Eleven anywhere close to us. And, but when we go to soccer, I guess could have gotten one, but we didn't. And so anyway, it was a crazy thing with schedule changes, and I didn't make it to the gym today. So this is off packaging, an old package from Christy Biddleson at Meta Mandala Art. And so I saved that and just put it in there because I just love it, and I thought it looked great. And then, so this paper, as you can see, this is that dyed paper. I don't know if this is mine or Elizabeth's from Never Hopeless, but anyway, it's dyed paper that I just glued. You can see, okay, I just glued it on there. That's how I got the background there. All right, Friday the 12th. So I went to work today. I did switch clients, and because I had something, whatever, not great attendance. I need to be as consistent as possible. It doesn't work. I know it's hard when clients normally have a Thursday and then they had to come in on Friday. And so just having awareness regarding that, and just working on food again, fueling body, fueling your brain. And this sticker I just bought, these were a pack, I think, at the dollar store, and they were just these funny old, pictures. And then it says, the best thing about life is I don't have to go to the gym class anymore. And I just put, I've never felt this way. I always love the gym. I always love competing on teams. It's what I've done my entire life. And that is why I love, I think, CrossFit so much. It really is kind of that atmosphere. If you want it to be, it doesn't have to be, but for me, it's just fun to like be racing against the clock, you know what I mean? Or pushing myself and knowing the last time I did this workout, I was able to do this many, and now today I can do this many. So it's just the same mentality for me. It's not that I'm competing with other people necessarily. It's just really competing with myself, but it's kind of that, a little bit of a push mentality, at least for me. That's how I use it. So, okay, so we did a mud rock today. I'm really enjoying the rocking still. I do it on Saturdays when I can, as schedule permits. And so we had to do a mud rock. There's a monthly challenge, and that was how we took care of it. And it was really fun. And then we rucked for 6 miles, and then we went to the fire station, and they pulled out the fire trucks and hosed us down with the fire hoses, and then showed us how to use the fire hoses. That was so cool. It was really fun. My husband was cleaning this morning, and my boy is studying for his summer class in the SAT. We all were home for dinner and a little TV tonight, which is always nice. And the boy and I were plotting out our trip that's coming up really, really quickly. And he went to a friend's house to hang out, and I got reading done and playing in my craft room a little bit. This is a picture, I think, from like a Real Simple magazine or something like that. Oh, I already know what's coming. I can see what's on the next page. All right, Sunday the 14th, and lazy day. I took my daughter to driving class, home for some breakfast and some crafting. I made, I've been making ribbon tassels, which I just love. And you guys saw my last video of the book, the planner that Elizabeth sent me, and or fauxbonichi that she sent me, I don't know, book, and it had a beautiful ribbon tassel on it, I think, to use the ribbon. But I just made a bunch of ribbon tassels. I don't know what I'm gonna do with them. I might post them or give them away. I'm not too sure, but anyway, I had a really fun time doing that. And then I was watching a video on ribbon weaving, and so I just wove this little piece in here, and gosh, I'll see if I can find it for you guys. This is what I actually made, like just watching the video as an idea. Isn't that pretty? And mine looks really horrible compared to the ones I was watching. But I just thought it's so cool. So I'm gonna practice a little bit more on it. And I used thread here, or actually bookbinding, whatever you call that, string. And she used ribbon. So, but I just thought it was beautiful. So that was my creativity for the day there. And then I just put this. I said I don't even procrastinate anymore. I just blatantly ignore my responsibilities, because it's pretty bad. When I come down into my craft room, I'm like, yeah, I'm just gonna just do that. So I did fold my laundry. It's never ending. And I stopped at Starbucks this morning and got a new set of stickers, which was fun. And then I've been watching NCIS, cute little vintage kitty. I collect teacups, so and teapots, so I would love that one. The 15th, Rue and I, my daughter and I, both had dental appointments this morning, so that's always fun. And signed my boy up for the SAT. I paid my Washington license. I got I got my stuff done. See, Monday's like my to-do day. So I did have a root canal today. It was my first one. I was super scared because I have a little bit of dental anxiety. I know. Funny, but it was amazing. He was amazing. It was amazing. So I was totally happy with that. And I got my nails and my toes done for my trip that's coming out. I did not work out today. I was not in the mood after my root canal because my mouth was a little sore. It wasn't that amazing, but my boy had friends over. I came home and there are, I think 8 cars in our garage and up the street. They all came to the house to make sandwiches and play Wii and play spike ball, and just super fun. So this is like just an example. This was a cutout from a back of a packaging, obviously, and I just, used the front. I just kept it and used the front. So, and this is a note. I'm packing. I'm headed to the Rise conference with Rachel Hollis, and so I was nervous. I was nervous to not travel, but like I was going all by myself, and so not only was that a little anxiety producing for me, but just to leave my kids and my family alone for that amount of days was nuts. So, but you know what? We're past it, and we all did great. So now we know. All right, this is a envelope. Oh, it's a little ripped. This is a, an envelope from Bills or whatever. All right. Oops, we're not there yet. Okay, so this day is Tuesday. I went to work, long day. My husband was leaving the following day for Tennessee, and then I leave for Dallas from there. And then it gets a little nuts. So I bought some cool sandwich bags. These, this was obviously the sticker on the packaging, but they're refillable and they like stand up. So I actually brought one down to my craft room. I'll see if I can show it in a different video because I don't think I have it. I do probably have it right here because I have everything right here. Oh, I do. Look, right here. So see these? They're called Bougainhead. I don't know. But they're kind of cool because they one, they Velcro a little bit, right? But two, they stand up. So like you could put blueberries in there or whatnot. But I also thought, I don't know, I just thought maybe it would be fun to put stuff in it for the craft room. But my other thought was I'm putting this one particularly in my travel bag for my journal because I can put water in here and put it on my desk. And with water in there, it would be weighted enough to stand up. And then you could use, your little, this is not it, but your little paintbrush like that. It could be a travel water caddy. So if you're at the park or just anywhere else, I don't know. I just thought it was kind of cool, and it's recyclable and reusable and all that kind of stuff. So I got a couple packs of those. That's those there. I'm not kidding. I have everything on my desk. Okay, packing list, everything. It's 17 days. I'm dying. So, all right, Wednesday the 17th, I went to work. I saw all my clients. I got everything done there. I passed on all my stuff for coverage while I was gone. And then my boss actually drove me to a place where a shuttle picks you up to take you to the airport. So I did that. Here's my bag tag, and I got a sandwich at the airport. And here is all this. So I flew from Washington to Dallas. I got in late. I mean, I knew I was going to get in late, but my normal time. So it was like midnight. I had to get the car and then I had to drive. So I got to my hotel. I think it says here at 2 or something insane. It was nuts. So the funny part, and I didn't put a picture in here, is I did the cheapest rental possible because it was just me and I'm going to the hotel and then I'm going to the conference. So it wasn't like I needed a car. So I was thinking like cheapest car possible. It was a surprise choice. Just like whatever they give me, I don't care, right? And it was like $13 a day. So I'm thinking whatever the cheapest little tiny car is, that's what I'm going to get. You guys, I got a giant brand new Dodge huge truck, like with the extra cab in the... Oh my God, it was insane how big this thing was. And I was just giggling. I was sending pictures to my husband like, welcome to Texas, because this car is so amazing. And it's just little old me in this giant truck. But anyway, so I did that and made it to Dallas, made it there. Yeah, so here I got in at midnight and then had to do everything, but it was kind of funny. So nervous. So I just found this. It said, YOLO, but so I'm doing it. So this is day 1 of the Rise conference with Rachel Hollis. It was amazing. This was the health day, health and fitness day, which is the extra day that she's added to her conference that you can purchase. So I went ahead and signed up for that and it was fabulous. So lots of dancing, lots of movement. And let me see if I can like stir my dog. Buddy, buddy, buddy. Okay, sorry about that. So just amazing. It's draining. If you guys have ever been to kind of a personal empowerment conference, there, it's work. It's not entertainment necessarily. So you're doing some work. So this was a great day. It was super amazing, amazing women. And, but at the end I was a little tired. So, and obviously I'd been a little short on sleep and all that kind of stuff. So I went back to my hotel and got ready for the next day. Friday the 19th is the first day of the actual conference, day 2 for me. It is Own Your Past, and the speakers, they were amazing. Rachel and her husband Dave, obviously, and Trent Shelton and Jen Hatmaker. She was amazing and told a story of elephants, or posted a picture and kind of gave a story behind it, and just meaningful. It was amazing. So it was great. I put some notes in here and super, super glad I went. This is the last day of the conference, and it was Saturday. It was again really powerful. So I didn't put on here. So this day is own your past. This day is like create your future or something like that. Claim your future or something like that. So it's a whole nother day of that and just what you want to do moving forward and kind of all that. So after the full day of the conference, there is an optional dance party, which I signed up for because if you're going to go, you got to go all in, right? I'm only going to do this, once by myself, drive to Dallas or fly to Dallas, all that kind of stuff. And there was one of the members of like 1,000 or 2,000 people signed up for the dance party. And there was 800 of us that signed up for a surprise flash mob, which I've never been a part of and I've always wanted to be a part of. And I've just never been in a group or whatever that does it. I don't know. So, oh my gosh. So take the risk. Holy smokes. So, I mean, I'd been practicing. There was like videos and you're practicing at home and, everyone's nervous and oh gosh. And it was, it's called Shiro, like dress up as your favorite hero. So anyway, I was in these high heels and oh my gosh, it was amazing. I'm super glad I did it. And, it was just, the whole experience was amazing. If you have the opportunity to attend a Rise conference, I would highly suggest you do. Her books are amazing. Also, if you haven't read those, and it was just fabulous. So I was super glad I did this. I'm super glad that I took the risk because it was a financial buy-in. It was a time buy-in from myself and my family, obviously, and a commitment. And it was an energy buy-in, right? I had to make sure that I was present for it and whatnot. I had to arrange things at work and with my clients and just all of it. And so it took work to make that happen. And I'm super glad I made the commitment to myself to do that. Oh my gosh. From there we start the rest of the month and it's just all travel pages. I flew from Dallas to Florida this day. And so I made a little book here. So I packed my bag and flew to Tampa. I got a donut. My friend's husband, Brian, we swapped money on Venmo to buy each other donuts. And so he sent me enough money for donut and a coffee this time because he knew I was going to be tired. So there was a donut store in the airport, and I went and got a donut for my flight. So, and so this is a little flip out. When I got there that night, I had this barbecue for dinner. So I put that in there and just tipped it in, I guess. And then this was, oh my gosh. Okay, this is hilarious. This is where I stayed my first night in Florida. This is a man I talked to on the airplane. It's a very interesting company. And anyway, so he gave me his business card. This is, this is my map of Dallas. So this is obviously the airport. This is where I stayed. This is where the conference was. This is where the dance party was. And anyway, so that was great. I had a great time. Okay, so Monday, I was in Florida already. My son flew to Florida to meet me. So he got in. I picked him up. And that's the start of our trip. So we went to an amazing dinner and kind of got grounded. And then we checked into our first hotel. I didn't stay... Like I drove to one hotel and then when I picked him up, we drove to a hotel closer to where we were going to start our trip. And so I just put in here, I said, I'm so sad because I know there's so many of you, especially in this group, who I've never met in person and that live back there on the East Coast. And I was so close. And so I messaged Elizabeth and I was like, I don't know how close I am to you, but it just couldn't happen. I was like 5 hours away still. Florida's a big state. So anyway, Elizabeth was in Florida. I know Christy's in North Carolina. I know Laura is in New Jersey. I know, so it would have been fun to do a planner trip up the East Coast. So maybe next time I'll do that. I don't know. We'll see. But anyway, it was super fun. We walked down at the beach. We caught crabs. It was super fun. Oh, no, we didn't. We ate crabs this night, and then the next night we caught crabs. But anyway, it was great. Tuesday the 23rd is our beginning of our college trip, right? So we're looking at colleges. My son will be a senior, so he's looking at colleges. So today we looked at Eckerd College, and then I had a great run on the beach, did all that, looked at the college, and made our way up the coast to the next college. So it's basically like go to the college tour, meet with the people, do whatever you're going to do at that college, and then drive to the next location, right? get your hotel, get your bearings, get ready for the next day. And we really were like on a college a day. And so a new hotel every night for 12 nights. Yes, I know. It sounds amazing. But so anyway, we walked on the beach. So we drove from kind of where Eckerd College is in maybe southern Florida for my bearings, and then up to the northern part of Florida to Jacksonville. And then we caught crabs this night on the beach. That was fun. This day we toured Jacksonville. It was amazing. Put a little thing there. So that's where we started, and then we were up at the thing. And I got a message that my daughter passed her last driving test in school today. So that was exciting. Or her final, I don't know, whatever part of it. It was exciting for her. And let's see. Oh, so this is just my notes on the school and whatnot. I loved it. He loved it. We had a great meeting with the coach. It was amazing. So, then from Florida, we drove to South Carolina and got ready for the next day. And we went to like the best authentic Mexican restaurant, you guys. Oh, you guys, it was like a hole in the wall where I wouldn't normally stop, but someone recommended, and I was so glad we did. All right, Thursday we did College of Charleston in South Carolina. This was the image from our chip bag. I've never seen these chips, but we split these chips, and she was on it. And the chips were okay. They weren't what I thought they were going to be, actually, but the artwork alone on the chip bag is totally worth it. So they were good. They just weren't the kind I thought they were going to be, I guess is what. So my daughter left today. My husband's home with her. My daughter left today to go to a soccer tournament for 4 days. And then after we left Charleston, we left and headed north to North Carolina. And we checked in. My son navigated the whole time because he wasn't old enough to drive the rental car. And so he is literally the navigator, plugging us in as we go, finding the hotels and finding restaurants because he's tech savvy like that. And he found some great places. So it was super fun to have that time. This is Friday. We did Old Dominion University in Virginia. And it was interesting to see which schools kind of stand out for him. So he kind of quickly can tell whether or not he likes it or not, and meeting the people and kind of the atmosphere, the town, the size of the school, just all of it. And you have to kind of go, it's very different than it is online, right? And so to see it and to experience it was just really, really fun. My daughter played in California today. 3 grandparents showed up and drove like 2 hours to see her. Is pretty cool. I'm really grateful we have the family and the support we do, even though we moved away. From this night, we drove to Maryland. This was super fun. So again, I've gotten lots of messages from people along our trip like, oh, can we get together? We have family in Georgia and whatnot. And I was like, we can't, we don't have the days. And it was like 8-hour drive to see them, or 4 or 5, it just didn't work out. So my son found this really great place called Solomon's Island in Maryland. It was just this really cute little town. So I took the map, right? I folded it up and put it in here. It was really cute. It was like definitely on the water. It was very sweet. We stayed like right here and we ate down here. It's just beautiful. And so I had posted that, and my friend, like neighbor kid I grew up with, who I haven't seen, we were trying to remember, I don't even remember, at least 25 years, at least, texts me and is like, you're 10 minutes from us. And they showed up, he and his family showed up in our lobby and was like, you're coming to our house. And so they barbecued for us. It was super sweet. It was great to catch up. And then we had to go back to our hotel that night, but then he said we should come back the next night and not pay for the hotel. So it was just super sweet. I have been working out every day on the road. So whatever that means, if there was a Planet Fitness, I went there, which happened today. I've been running on the beach or using the hotel gym. So every single day that I was on vacation, with the exception of one, which is coming up, you'll see that I got some sort of workout in, which is my goal. So Sunday, the 28th, we slept in and we drove into the city and we walked around the Capitol. It was super fun. This is the day I did not work out. We ended up walking almost 8 miles. I put 7 point something in here, but it was, by the end of the day, it was 8. So plenty of exercise today, hot, sweaty, all that good stuff. We ate at an amazing restaurant that, again, my son found, and historic, old, beautiful restaurant. And we've been eating our share of oysters along the way. So, and anyway, so it was just fun. I've done a little bit of cutting, and then this was like a map of all the DC area. this is obviously where this bus goes. So I'm going to mark where we went because we did all of it almost except for this part right here. And so I'm going to just mark where we went, but I just put it in there because for reference. And then, oh yeah, I walked almost 8 miles. No gym needed today. This was just a postcard I bought of President Trump. And I did some journaling underneath that and just regarding kind of all of it going on and stuff we saw in Washington and just all of that. So I just thought that would be a fun flip up to put in there. All right, Monday the 29th, we went to George Washington today. It was very interesting. We can cross this one off the list. And it feels good to figure out what he likes and what he doesn't. And so it's totally useful to go and look at the schools and see what he feels is a good fit for him. So I'm really happy we have that opportunity. This is the night we went back to South Maryland and stayed at our friend's house. If you have your bearings of where we were, we mapped it a little wrong. So like South Maryland is here. We had to go to DC for George Washington. And then our next school was back here in South Maryland. And so we should have done this one and then this one, but when we set up the tours. Anyway, so my friend said, just come back and stay at his house. So we stayed there. We actually took them out for dinner just as a thank you. And it was great. So anyway, all right, Tuesday the 30th, we woke up and I went for a great run in their neighborhood. We went down the road to St. Mary's College. It was a great visit with the coach. Amazing program. It was really cool. My husband, oh my gosh, you guys, I'm delirious. My son and I went back to my friend's house. My son had a tutoring appointment for his SAT prep from 2 to 4. And so he had to be online and able to work with that. So we went back to their house to do that. And then from 4, we left at like 4:30. We drove from Maryland to Connecticut. That was a little bit of a push. So we got into Connecticut late. I put a little note in here. We got in late and stayed at not a great hotel, like a cheap hotel, but it doesn't matter because it was like for 6 hours. So anyway, Wednesday is the last day of July. We finished the drive from Connecticut. We looked at Connecticut College. We went to Rhode Island and went up to Roger Williams today. We skipped Connecticut College tour. He just decided it wasn't on his list. So we drove by, the area or whatnot, but we didn't attend. And it wasn't one of the top ones on his list. And so we just decided we were pushing a little bit. And so we went ahead and headed up to Roger Williams. It was a great tour. And then we made our way to the hotel, which was on the water. It was so much fun. And he's in summer school as well as studying for the SATs. And I got to journal a little bit down in the lobby. I'm missing my husband and my daughter. This is the longest we've ever been apart. So day 15 in a hotel. We had a great dinner in Newport. It was just lovely. And we both really liked all of it. And so this school makes the list. It's not his top choice, but it's definitely on the list. It was a great school and great environment. And Newport, Rhode Island is just stunning and reminds me of home, quite frankly. So anyway, that is the end of July. So this is a map I got from like a tours thing, which I thought was super cool. And so I just backed it with some paper. Oh, so this is the other thing I did. I wanted to show you. I went ahead and painted these pages ahead of time because I didn't know how many pages I was going to use per page or per day. I pretty much just stuck to my normal layout, but I went ahead and prepped the rest of the journal. There were more pages in here. So you can see like this. I've gone ahead and ripped those out and put them in. I left a couple in, but I ripped the rest out to put them in next month's journal. Okay. So, in the back, they have some lined paper, so I'll probably pull these pages and just use them for scrap or whatnot. But what I did do here was I stamped a few stamps. I stamped, see this, the circle, and then I brought my stickers for my numbers. So the circles, I just stamped a whole page of them like this. There was a whole page of them. And then I could cut them out and use them. Like, so if I had wanted to do 4 or 5 pages for one day, I could have. Okay, so I didn't predate those pages. I just stamped them here. So that's an idea if you guys need to travel or just need to take your book. I'm going to do the same thing for this month coming up, or I'll show you what I've done for August anyway. So anyway, just an idea. So that's how I used this book. And then like I said, I ripped out most of the pages in the back. I'm going to leave a few so they're intact. But I used one of those pages to back this, so it looks kind of, I don't know, better. But look at this cool map. It was on a like brochure, right? And so I cut it out, and then I'm going to mark, I just started marking. So like Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, it'll go like, oh, here's Friday, I already did. And then it'll, I think Saturday's here, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. And then we flew home. So pretty cool. Anyway, that's it for my July, you guys. I hope you had a great month. I hope you find some inspiration in something you're doing today. I look forward to talking to you soon. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed it, press the like button. And if you'd like to see more of this or what I'm going to do this month, because it's totally different, I'm changing it up again. I already have August up and running. So if you want to see more, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. I'll talk to you soon. Have a great day. Bye.